What up, guys? Apollo here, player for Team Aspect. We're one of the top NA teams, and yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on some of the best presets right now, like what's the current meta, and also just kind of how to set up a kit, because I know some people might be a little confused on how to go through the process, and they'll end up just like kind of using a default kit over making your own, which just handicaps you because the current default kits are like pretty bad. So yeah, let's hop right into it. So for assault, I think the AK-12 is definitely just the best gun to be using. I see a lot of people running the HK, but I don't know. I just think the AK-12 is just better for recoil than whatnot. You can pause it whenever. I'll just kind of show the kit for a little bit on screen and then just pause whenever. We got Thor armor, tier 4 front plates, Cayman helmet, you should be running on every single assault class because it's just that good. You just eat bullets just constantly with the helmets. I'm running 3 movement stems, so this gets you up to max strength. They have cheese because it's cheap for healing, and a blue blood perfotorin for stopping bleeds. We'll hop over to Enforcer now. I don't know, Enforcer is kind of weird right now. I've been seeing the AUG ran in the CIS and EU region a bit. Uh, here's the build. I don't know how I feel about this. You could change just to the default grip. You're only gaining a little bit of recoil by running this, and you save a bit of points. Not too sure, but you should be running the slap plate and the Death Shadow mask for the ricochet. And for armor, we got a tier 5 plate and a tier 3 back plates. All SOST, 2 movement stems, blue blood, AI2. Scout, I run the SR3M. I don't really see the SR3M being ran that much in EU CIS regions, but I don't know, it just feels really good for me personally. Always have an IR laser in my gun because it just like buffs the accuracy of your gun while hip firing. 3 movement stems, and you want to run like I have this HPL hoplite mask or whatever. It's for like participating in a EFT tourney, but you can just run like one of these from the battle bus. Um, I think MCX is what a lot of people have been running. It's definitely the more consistent gun. It doesn't jam and stuff, and just has like faster bullet travel time. Only a little bit more consistent than the SR3M. And then finally for Marksman, you kind of got 2 options here. You can run like a Lapua with like a secondary gun. I've seen like people run the RSS and stuff. I just have an RFB because it's just like short, so it won't get like stuck on corners and stuff. Could run like a MP5 maybe. Kind of personal preference at that point. But I've been seeing this kit kind of a lot recently. You can run like almost 2 full mags of MAIAP. I got some like bad bullets because I'm just at the gear score limit. But good front plate, tier 3 back plate. Got the mask on, movement stems, heals. But yeah, if you want to set up your own kit, we'll start by just deleting this fully. So how I like to set up my kits, it just depends purely off of like what I'm playing. So assault, like there's certain things you have to have on your kit. And one of those things on assault would be the Kaiman helmet with the slap plates. I don't run the eyes because it like puts a like filter over your game or whatever. I don't really like that personally. And then you need a headset. The Comtech 4s just like feels the best in my opinion. It's a definitely personal preference though. And then for your gun, like I said, the AK-12 definitely one of the the better guns, but like let's say I want to run an HK. So we'll throw that on. I would run body armor over the armored rigs, especially if you're in a team, because your teammates can loot you and just get your gun and stuff if they're like an enforcer per se. So let's grab like this armor. Pretty nice. Switch to the tier 4 plates. No backplate, save some points. You're not really getting shot in the back for the most part on arena. And yeah, let's mod our gun real quick. I would make your gun like as like best recoil as possible. So for the HK, we'll be doing this. Put this on, put this on. Long barrel, crux, handguard. Gift grip. Make sure you put these little rails on it. I'll give you like one ergo, and they cost like nothing, so there's no point in not having them on. I always throw a laser in my gun, just because it busts your hip fire. Does cost a bit, but I think it's worth it, personally. The G-Lock is the best M4 suppressor, HK suppressor, whatever. Then a hollow sight, and you're basically done. Put in the 40 rounder, because more bullets good. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then grab you a rig. Get a alpha rig here. And then for heals, let's go with the AI2. Terminal is like a must. And then you could choose between like if you want more points, could just do an HF1, but the blue blood stops bleeds and then also heals you a little bit, so that's why I always go for it. If you don't like to pop like a bunch of stems, you could just run only a Trimadol, but I have multiple stems because more strength equals like faster timings to spots. Grab a second mag and make sure you have a bullet chambered because you don't want to be chambering your gun every single new round. And grab one of these. Honestly, let's just run 2 stems on this kit. And then you kind of just got to figure out like how many bullets you can fit with your remaining points. But also grab glasses. Glasses are kind of good against flashbangs and stuff. I've been kind of bouncing bullets, so like maybe wear the Batwolves. But if you want pure like flashbang protection, if you have flash a lot, if you play boss game, you could run the gas welders. Then we'll just wear that for drip. Then the only thing left that you gotta do is just like finish figuring out like how many bullets you can fit in your gun here. Mm, I don't know, it's kind of chopped. You could like change out the front plate. It's still tier 4 at the end of the day. And then yeah, there you go. Try and maximize like the amount of good bullets you can fit. I think that would be it. But yeah, it's kind of simple, easy way to set up a kit. It's way better than using like one of these because they're just like very inefficient on what you get. And yeah, if y'all have any suggestions for like arena type content that you'd like to see, like throw it down in the comments. That'd be chill. I also stream a lot, so you can catch me over at twitch.tv/theapolicy. And yeah, I'll see you. Bye.